Well, back down, and earlier on in the week we had some rain. It's going down again now. Well, it's covered all them stones up there, and it was a lot higher a couple of days ago. I thought I'll leave it a couple of days to come down. I'll go and see what's on Bend, and I might just go and have a quick look over there as well. Depends what I find on Bend, so I'll bring you back if I do find out. Well, there's some stones on show, and there's a quacker down there, a few people as well, but we'll go and have a look. Well, we'll see what's down here. See if that little bit of a flood the other day brought something in. The river's running clear at the moment. I'm not spotted a bit out there. Yeah. Just playing. See if there's any other bits on here. That's a bit of colour on. That's no colour on. It's not worth it. Just plain. And a bit honey coloured. Lots of little bits, but nothing there. I just flicked a little piece here. I think it's got to be clear. It has colour on. Well, that's a nice piece. That might end up at the centre of a jigsaw. Oh, do you want a bit of feed? Where's the rest of them? Well, I'll leave you feeding on your own and have a wander down there. There's a few bits already where I'm sitting. Just playing. I'm just playing again. What's this piece? Plane. I might join air traffic control with all these planes about. A bit of late RP there. Well, lots of not so little ducklings there, and they're all coming. Yep, we've got more incoming and a few down there. Seven little ones. Oh, lots more coming. Right, stop driving them off. You want some? Oi, pack it in. I know you're looking after your little ones. Well, we'll leave them happily feeding away, and I'll have a look down at this tail end of the stones, see if there's out. Hello Quacker, have you brought me any bits into the shallows? No, just plain. You need to do better. Oh, a bit of a quite nice handle actually for a change. Bit of embossing on. Seems we haven't found out much, I'll take that for now. That's just plain. Well, egg whisk flying over. Well, back to feeding these again. There's a lot of people come down, so I can't do much filming. Yes, you can have some as well. Oh, I just flicked one over. That's a one, but it's something there. If they all done any other bits. That's red, probably modern. Bit of mixing bowl. Bit of late RP. A bit of embossing. No, nothing much. Oh, there's a bit there with red on. It looks like somebody's having a barbecue over there, so I'll not bother going over. But I got the usual thing. Somebody spotted me looking and said, "What are you looking for?" And I told them, and they started looking, and they found me that. Probably edge of a vase or something. At first I thought it was a bit of a tile, but then I saw it glazing on back and the rounded edge there with glazing on. So, oh well, time to go home. Well, back down, and it makes a change from last week where it were very low was the river, but a couple of days of rain and everybody back to school. But there's still a little bit on shore there, so I'll go and have a quick look on there. Well, that's a lot smaller than what it was last week when it were all river were down and we had hundreds of people down here. But we've got to have a look, see if there is out, so I'll bring you back if I do find out. Oh, a bit of broken bottle there. Probably a bit of tile or something there, and probably a bit of teapot. Well, we'll have to wait for the pond bit to go down under the bridge, see if there's out in there. But just a few bits of plain on here. I'll finish looking up, see if I do find anything else. A bit there I've just turned over. And that looks like a bit of willow edging. Ah, there's always some willow. Well, at least we've got one bit. See if there's anything else on here. No, just a few broken little bits and a tiny little bit of early RP. But I think that's it for on here today. Have to wait for it to go down. Oh, we're just going. I spotted that bit with a bit of blue on, but that's all there is, just that bit of blue. Oh, there's a quacker just come over to join us. Oh, there you are. Yeah, you have that lot. I'll go feed the other greedy ones over the other side. Well, a few days ago all that were uncovered. And now it's all covered back up again. It's amazing what 2 days of rain does. Well, hopefully it's washed something down for us. I know it's brought us a lesser spotted Mary down, who's back home after being down in London for the best part of 6 months, looking after her mum. And she's back up here for a couple of weeks, and then we're both back down again. Well, there's a couple of quackers there, and there is a bit of stones on show here. And there's stuff in the shallows here, so I'll have a quick look in here as well. Well, I just flicked a bit thinking we were going to be playing on both sides, but that looks like a bit of Asiatic. Can I open this with a piece? No. Come on, you've got to try better, quackers. Oh, another tiny little bit here with a bit of colour on. Oh, that's spongeware I got. A very badly worn willow. And there's always some willow. There's something there with a blue on edging. It's just plain blue. I'm not do out with that. And just a little piece plain. Oh, a chunk of plain green there. And a green on both sides. Oh, this is stripy stuff. Top of a pot. And another bit of stripy stuff. Oh, a nice lightning stone there. I'll try something with that. Are you three waiting for me to feed you? Oh, just about where we're sat, there's a piece there.
Yeah, I saw that.
Very faint, but we'll take it and clean it up, see what it comes up like. Well, we'll leave them happily feeding away. I won't finish looking on here. Well, a bit of early RP there with fine ridges on. Well, nothing on water's edge as such. I'll just walk back over here and I think we might call it a day. Well, a couple of bits that somebody's put up on top, probably sewer pipe and edge of a mixing bowl, and a little bit down there as well. But still nothing as yet. You want to come up, don't you? Yeah, I thought you'd want to come up.
Is that big stars?
No.
I'm going to be brave, am I?
Yeah. Mary being brave for a change. You're the designated greedy one today, aren't you?
Maybe. Fluorescent. Green and black. I'm not picking all down.
Oh, one of them two haven't come down. Well, I was just walking back and I must have missed that first time. Bit of willow edging. There's always some willow. Is that from that bit? No. Oh well, we're just putting that willow there. I noticed something we're writing on there. Oh. I don't know whether that might be off a kilner jar. Just have to, that might be 1873. I'll just have to check on that. Oh, that's a good little piece. Oh, not many bits down there this time, but I didn't expect much with river being high. I'll give these a soak. And the bit that I think's got 1873 on isn't a kilner jam pot, because that's 1862. So I don't know what that's off. But we'll see how them few bits clean up and have that. But I'm not putting that in because the citric acid will eat it away. Well, not many finds on these two little trips. Well, about nearly 2 weeks apart down to the river. But nice little bit. Probably trim that down. So we'll trim it down there. Well, let's trim down a little bit. That'll go in my pot for stuff to go in mosaics later. And a little bit of a decorated handle. Like I say, there weren't many finds that day. And this, very worn, but you can make out heart and face. Might be able to get it out, but it's very, very worn. And this type of transfer print tends to, when you start doing any work, tends to just rub off. Probably 30s, 40s child's cup. And this little piece that somebody gave us when they asked us what I were looking for, and then they started looking around and found this piece. Probably a bit of a big vase or something like that. And another day, another trip down. Lots of little bits. That looks like willow, but I'm not quite sure. But there's always some willow, some Asiatic plate, and a bit that I'm still unsure whether it's worn down transfer or spongeware. And a few other little bits. Bit of Asiatic again, and a bit of definitely willow edging. And like we say, there's always some willow. And this, I thought it was the Kilner Marmalade, but that's 1862. So I don't know what this one is. It might be just a part of a pattern number. It seems to be on outside, so it might be a date, but you never know. And this, just a bit of stone, built quartz through it, but they do look better wet. So I might have a go at sanding this down and then lacquer over it, because it's very nice with all them lightning strikes in it. So that's for a later date. And for the moment, I've got, well, seeing as there's not all that much apart from that bit, here's a couple of bits I cleaned up earlier. Now these, there's still a little bit of rust stain in there. That might come out once I've trimmed it down and used it and then re-soaked it again, but these are soaked in brick acid as well as that piece. And that's cleaned up a lot better than them, but that's cleaned up nice. So I'm just going to show you how I did them after this. Oh, and there was that bit that was in another roundup, and it left a little bit of a rust stain there, but I stuck it in the brick acid and it shifted it. So that's another piece to go in the jigsaw pot. And I might show this. This was given to us the other year by Adam, the Victorian mudlark, when we went down to see him one time. It's not genuine one, but lots and lots of cracks in it, and you can hear it rattling. So I'm going to cut that down and make another fridge magnet out of the base. Alright, there's these two pieces, a lot of staining on, but I'm going to cut them down a little bit because I can only use that bit, just to try and take some of the curve out. And then I'm going to soak them in brick acid for maybe a day or so, see what they come out like. That's crumbling away very easy. We'll see how it goes, whether I put it in a big one or a little one. Now this piece. As you can see, the rusting has got right into the grain of the clay there. It's quite crumbling away. Well, nice shape. Let's see how it goes. Well, I'll leave them in for some time and get on with something else. Well, they're coming clearer. I hope water's going yellow again, but I changed it yesterday and it's gone yellow again, but it's shifted a lot out of that one. I was well hoping to shift that, but 2 days out in sun has certainly cleared a lot of it. I'll change this again and see how it goes. Right, there's this pot that's got all the cracks in, and well, let's see how it goes. Just trying to get that bit off. Well, the base wasn't as thick as what I thought. So I might just take another slice off that. But that held. I didn't think it would. Well, I just had to shoot back inside as it started raining, and I didn't want camera to get wet. Let's cut it down a little lot thinner. Makes it easier to sand down later. Well, it's goodbye from me, Mary, and the ducks down the river. Hope you enjoyed our little journey down here.